Wednesdays here on the program, we like to put the spotlight on the farm women's group, Common Ground.
Common Ground is a group of farm women who want to be a resource for consumers who want to know more about how their food is grown. In this segment, we hear from Common Ground volunteer Anita Keys, who is from Ellesmere, and she is getting us back to the basics for the holidays with some food safety reminders.
Everyone is getting together this time of the year for gatherings and of course food, and there is always the issue of food safety to keep in mind. Joining me now with more on this is Anita Keys, Common Ground volunteer. And Anita, it's good to see you today.
Yeah, it's good to be here. And what fun with the holidays approaching. And yes, nothing more important than food safety. You don't want people going home and getting sick after they've been to your house. There's 4 principles that the USDA promotes, and those are clean, separate, cook, and chill. And those are the ones I'm going to kind of cover today. You may have heard of Fight Back, BAC. That's something you could Google USDA food safety. All these things will come up with in more detail than I can share today.
All right, well, get into that a little bit for us, those 4 areas you're talking about.
Okay, so the first one is clean, and this, if nothing else has come good out of COVID, it's that I think people wash their hands more and are more conscious of that. So sing the ABC song twice, even as an adult, that's a good idea, just to kind of get the idea of how long you should be scrubbing your hands when you wash your hands. When it comes to food safety, use a plastic sort of a non-porous cutting board, especially with meat. I even have ones that I use a separate one for meat. It's a different color than my other ones, and these go in the dishwasher. All right, then the next one is to separate, and that is so you don't want to cross-contaminate. Cook, and this part, 160 degrees kind of is a magic number, and I once again want to promote use a thermometer. They say, oh, till the pink is gone. Well, color is not really a good indicator of when your meat is finished, especially like ground meats, those 160. Now, chilling things, no more than 2 hours at room temperature. And that's all the way from when you're preparing it, when you're serving it, when it sits on the counter while you're visiting around the table. If it's hot, keep it in a crock pot, some sort of a heating unit under it, if like you're at a buffet. If it's cold, put an ice tray underneath it. And then when it comes to putting it in the refrigerator afterwards, like the leftovers, and this I didn't learn till lately too, say you've got a big pot of soup. Well, don't put the whole big kettle in there. Put it in a narrower kind of a container so it'll cool faster. All right, so those are some tips on being safe this holiday.
Thank you, Anita, and you're coming back a little bit later with a recipe as well.
Yes, I'm going to show you how to make a charcuterie tray, which is kind of a thing right now, so that'll be fun.
Sounds good. Okay, Anita, we'll see you in a few minutes.